Yeah, I forgot to have the image up on the screen for part of that, so it's just us sitting here for the first bit.
Hey, guys.
And I'm not fixing it.
Oh, gosh.
What'd you have your finger on your nose
I want you to
for?
turn me down. You always have my headphones too hot.
Okay. First off, are you chewing on something right now?
My cough drop. You want me to cough in the microphone?
Well, I don't want you to crunch that in the microphone. Yeah, I'll turn your headphones down. You act like I deliberately have your headphones up too loud every time.
You do.
You're not the only one that is on this
Thank you.
soundboard. I have other productions with this soundboard.
I don't think you do.
I do. Matter of fact. Okay. Well, as you can see, it's just...
or if you can't and you're just listening.
Yeah, well, you should watch. It's just myself and Miranda, and just a little filler episode here. People really like it when we're on the show together, so I figure we give them what they like.
Okay.
Yeah.
I guess that's fine.
Do you like being on the show, like in this capacity? Or
I
do you like the
prefer
trivia
off
episodes?
the camera
Yeah.
when I give commentary that way.
Yeah, well, people really like the shows with just us, the back and forth.
Well, they get to see me actually rag on you in real time, so.
Yeah. And then I'm over here defending myself like it's daggone court scene. It's a lot. I'll tell you that.
That's what marriage is.
Yeah, it is. It's just a really long divorce trial.
Yes, it is.
I guess. I don't know.
And you either win or lose.
No, well, in your case, as a philosopher once said,
the woman always wins.
A philosopher once said, "Heads you win, tails I lose." So,
yeah. And which philosopher was that?
Dan Tominski. So,
oh gosh.
anyways, I didn't do much this wide shot. I need to fix it a little bit. Nah, that's all right. Don't worry about it. I got my. It was funny. Me and Jensen, we recorded a short little episode.
Yeah.
Before while I was setting this up, while I was testing it out. I might put that out like at the beginning of this episode or something. I don't know. Well, I'll figure out something to do with it or put it out as a short on Instagram. But I said, why don't you tell, you got any stories, bub? You know, and he wasn't wanting to talk at first. Like he just got on there and was like, I can hear it. Yep. He was like doing like a mic test. And then I hit record and he kind of shut down. And I said, bub, do you want to tell anybody some stories? Like what'd you do this weekend? I was like, you went hunting with Dad for the first time, didn't you? And he's like, yeah. And Daddy didn't see any deer.
Which is true. There is no meat in our freezer.
Yeah. I went to deer camp for 4 days.
And came home with
it was
nothing.
basically just camp.
No deer. Just
No
camp.
deer. Like we barely saw any deer.
Yeah, you guys said there was hardly anything out there for you this year.
It was rough. There's a clip on my Instagram of I took a few videos of Jensen in the deer blind. He was in there for 2 hours, which was really impressive.
Very impressive for him.
Now, very often he was like, "Can we just go squirrel hunting?"
Because you move around.
Because I told him you can talk while you squirrel hunt.
Yep.
And he didn't like whispering.
Oh no, of course not.
And so he was like, "Can we just go squirrel hunting?" And I'm like, "No, bub, we're gonna deer hunt. You know, we gotta sit here for a little bit." And I just kept telling him, 10 more minutes. 10 more. I probably told him
probably that for an hour.
Probably an hour. I did 10 more minutes for about an hour. And he did good. He would have his moments. I'd video him every now and then because he was just being really funny. Sitting in his chair, twiddling his thumbs. There's a video up on my Instagram where he's just like playing with the zipper on his jacket. He loved being in camo. Mm-hmm. And he's just sitting there playing with it. And he just looks up and he's like, are the deer here yet?
Isn't that exactly how you wish they just show up? Just like, aren't they kind of late? Like, aren't they supposed to be here about 20 minutes ago?
Well, one of the funniest things that happened was right at the very end. So the blind that we're sitting in, the action usually happens, I would say, like when it starts to get dark. That's when the action's happening. And I mean, 15, 20 minutes left of shooting light. Mm-hmm. And so I was like, we just got to get to this point because we might actually see something. Mm-hmm. And sure enough, 15 minutes before the sun like before legal shooting light's over, I glance over, there's this row of cedar trees, and on the other side, I just see this ear flop, and I'm like, all right, here we go. And I wait a little bit, and I kind of peek around, and then that doe is just like, just looking right into my soul. And I'm like, okay, she knows we're here, but she's still like thinking about coming out. Like she didn't spook. She's like, knows something's up, but dumb enough to still maybe come out. And I go, Jensen, okay, here's the deal. There's a deer on the other side of those trees. I need you to stand up quietly so you can see it. He leans forward and he goes, shoot him.
And that deer was gone.
And that deer is into the woods. And I was like, well, bub, you can't shoot him when you do that.
When you do that. Sorry, buddy.
So, but I would say the funniest part of the whole hunt, I mean, that was pretty hilarious. But one of the other funny parts was I have this video of him. It's like a minute long. And he's found this bungee strap in the blind. And he's got it hanging out the window. And I'm like, what are you doing? He's like, I'm going to hook the deer. I'm going to hook him on the leash, and then you're going to shoot him. And I'm like, well, son, that's a little sketchy. I don't know if you could do that, you know? And he was like, you could tell he's upset. And he's like, well, I'm going to tiptoe. I'm going to sneak up on him. I'm like, yeah, I mean, it's still
can't do that.
Now you're sneaking and tiptoeing. It really feels illegal. And I said, my son's going to be a poacher. And he goes, what's a poacher? And I said, well, son, a poacher is somebody who tries and sometimes succeeds killing a deer illegally. They do things that are against the law to kill a deer. And he was just like, he's like looking back at me, looking at the bungee cord, looking back at me. And in that moment, I was like, my son is going to be a poacher.
Yeah, probably.
He was like, I'll be honest with you, Dad, your method, not working.
Not working, Dad.
My bungee cord has just as good a chance as sitting here.
Amen.
So, all right, there's the first cough. I know, it's rough.
Yeah.
Now they're spreading manure around our house.
Oh, I've had to shut. So the front door I keep open to let the kids look at the road and all their tractors and all the crap that go by on the road. I have to keep it shut now because the smell is just seeping through the doors, and it's just it's so gross. And then the wind today did not help.
Yeah, the wind was
brutal,
very intense.
Brutal.
I was outside kicking a ball, which, by the way, I'm probably going to have some hammy issues again later because I was punting the football again.
Oh gosh!
And I was out there punting the football to Jensen, and I was punting it so high that it would just like come back to me.
It was so hard. The reason I threw those boxes down to you is it kept wanting to blow off the roof. Like I could not.
Yeah, you're up there. She's up there hanging Christmas lights, which that leads me into the discussion I wanted to have was. Now, hang on. I'm just saying, Halloween's over,
right?
And now it is
Thanksgiving.
What? Okay,
it's Thanksgiving. The reason I put them on so early is because it's 80 degrees today. In the last 2 to 3 years, we've been putting the lights on in 30-degree weather. So I'd rather not freeze my butt and my fingers off trying to put them on the day after Christmas. And our son is standing right behind you.
What?
What are you doing down here? What do you want?
I just peed myself. I'm going to tell you right now, boy.
Your water is upstairs. Go back to bed now.
I love you.
You're going to have to. You got down here by yourself and you got to go back by yourself. Go.
We only cover you up once. You got to do the rest.
Oh my gosh.
I'm going to tell you what. I'm not going to be able to recover from that.
Get your butt upstairs. We're listening for his footprints.
That boy, he didn't need to sit in the blind. He could stalk a deer.
Go, Jensen.
Ladies and gentlemen, we'll play a little music here just to keep people entertained while we take care of the children. A little intermission. Is that what you're going to do?
Yeah, he's got to go back to bed.
I'll come up with something to talk about. Watch your step there. Don't go in front of the camera. Go behind the camera. Yeah, that's a studio. What am I supposed to do? Okay. Well, while she goes and takes care of that, I'll sit here and spitball a little bit. I can fill you in on the last comedy show that I had. I went to Brown County, Indiana. Actually went to a little town called Story, Indiana, if you've heard of it. And they have this place. The only thing in Story is the Story Inn. And it's a nice little venue, restaurant, obviously a little inn. I think there might be a campground around there, stuff like that. And there's a guy there who puts on a monthly comedy show. Does a really good job with it. I will say that I was a bit of a square for this place. How do I put it? They were partaking in a certain plant, medicinal in some cases, extracurricular, and not my cup of tea. And so it's not that I didn't fit in, it's just that I didn't fit in. And everybody else there was having a real good time talking about Brown County and their use of the old medicinal plant life, and which is fine. Everybody can do their own thing. And that's, listen, I don't have a problem with it. Oh, man, I wish I would have got that on camera. Daggone busted your face with that headphone.
Just about.
Anyways, the Story Inn is a great venue. They put on great comedy shows. The comedy show was fantastic. I just felt bad because I felt like I didn't bring the vibe that most comedians bring to that show. I did kind of feel bad about that because I came in with this energy.
And they needed
anything else.
Let's flash back to our son for a moment. Okay. The only reason I knew he was down here is because I can't hear anything outside of you and I.
When I thought I heard a pop upstairs, but it could be anything.
It's in his whole house. Your motion lights turned on.
Oh.
And then I look right past your laptop here. And I look and I just see his gray sweatshirt move. Not his head, just the arm of his sweatshirt. And I was like, son of a biscuit, our son is in the basement when he's supposed to be in bed. And you about peed your pants.
Yeah, daggone Lightfoot.
He's like you.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh.
Well, we were talking about Thanksgiving.
Yes.
Time of year and putting up Christmas lights, just getting ahead of the weather. That's fine. That's fair.
That's all I was doing. They're not even plugged in. Like, I don't have anything else Christmas wise put up. I don't even have like the extension cords on the roof, like to plug them in and everything. Like, I have nothing up there. I literally put up the lights so I wouldn't have to do it in 30-degree weather and freeze my butt off. Well,
that's fair. Let us know in the comments. When do you guys start Christmas? Is it November 1st or do you wait until Thanksgiving is over? I'd like to know what people do. I start Christmas on usually December 25th.
Yeah.
And I end it on December 26th, typically.
But with our family, we have like 1,700.
We have a lot.
Christmases
and we have a lot of Thanksgivings. And, well, I haven't shared it with anybody.
What are you talking about? We've told our parents.
Well, I kind of told mine.
Yeah, well,
they're going to have to find out before this podcast launches.
Yeah.
We're not participating in family Thanksgivings this year. We're going to go out and we're going to just kind of do our own thing, gallivant around, go squirrel hunting as a family, just chill out because the entire month of December is chaos with Christmases. And that's fine. That's
and
fair.
We're hosting Christmas
We're
this
hosting
year, too.
a Christmas. We even have to miss a Christmas.
To host Christmas,
to host a Christmas. So,
yeah.
That's just the way it goes sometimes. But let us know when y'all start Christmas. on that note, I want to do an entire month of Christmas shows.
Mm-hmm.
Christmas Palooza, Christmas Extravaganza.
Okay.
I don't know what we're
I've
going
got
to
an
call
extra
it.
strand of lights we could hang up.
Yeah, we're gonna hang up lights. I might even order a different color. I might even get a red curtain.
Good luck putting that in there. I'm not doing it.
What are you talking about? It's hanging a curtain.
Yeah, but you have to take off all of them to put the
no, that's not
on.
a big deal. We're gonna do all that, and I might even get some red cables for the microphones.
Just for Christmas.
Yeah, why not? And so, but let us know what you guys want to see on some Christmas episodes. I'm thinking that we're obviously going to have a Christmas trivia.
Yeah,
that's
definitely.
a no-brainer.
I'll have a bunch.
Maybe even a Christmas trivia tournament in a sense, which is not much of a tournament because it's just the two of us.
I would do Christmas movies, Christmas traditions, Christmas folklore.
Maybe, I want to put out 4 Christmas episodes.
Okay.
I know that seems like a lot.
It's too many.
You want to do 3?
4 is fine.
Okay. I want to do like 2 trivias.
Okay.
And I want to do, just something, I don't know, maybe like a gift guide. I'm on another podcast with some friends. That light went off again. If that boy shows up on the other side of my shoulder, I'm going to freak out.
He's in his bed. You're good. Thank God for cameras in the children's rooms.
Yeah. So anyways, I'm on another podcast with some friends. You should check it out. It's called Smalley Talk. It's for Smalley Coffee, which is a really awesome brand of coffee that's local. My buddy Josh owns it. We're doing a gift guide for guys. Maybe it's a good idea to do a gift guide. Me and you and Dad can put together a gift guide for people.
Okay.
We'll figure it out.
Yeah.
But I want to do 4 episodes.
We should do a Thanksgiving trivia episode. All Thanksgiving facts.
Yeah. So I guess the next time Dad comes over to record,
We'll have to do that.
one of those needs to be a Thanksgiving
Yeah,
trivia.
we can do that in there too. Yeah.
Yeah. So let us give us some ideas in the comments. You can Facebook us. You can, just get a hold of us. I don't even. Oh, you know what you ought to do? Leave a voicemail. Yeah, leave a voicemail. And we actually have one in the chamber. It's one of Dad's students, I think, at school.
You're gonna wait for Dad.
Oh yeah, 100%. Yeah. And so we're gonna. Oh golly, see my legs down in there. Hang on. These shorts ride up.
Oh, I didn't. You got a lot of legs showing, dude.
Yeah, I didn't realize that. I glanced down in there.
That's a lot of white to show the camera, dude.
Yeah, sorry, folks.
Blind people.
How's it looking now? That's a little better. All right. Well, we don't take it too seriously around here.
Obviously, we're in our basement.
Yeah. Well, you don't have to. You don't have to give that crap.
No crap. Our basement's huge. Where else?
Yeah. Well, this is a good-looking little studio here for a basement.
No, agreed.
Okay. Give us some ideas for Christmas episodes.
Mm-hmm.
Leave us some voicemails.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe we do a whole episode of like, some type of Christmas conspiracies. Maybe we can find some Christmas conspiracies of some sort.
Gosh, I don't even know where to look or what they even.
Oh, we can find them. So, anyways, yeah, that's the plan for that. What else? What else do you want to talk about?
You said you had topics, not me this time.
I did say that. Well, I think I hit them, but I feel like it's too short. I feel like
How long is it?
It's only been 20 minutes.
It could be a short episode.
Nah, we can go 10 more minutes. We can find something to talk about. We're talking about Christmas.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. We talked about hunting and deer camp.
Mm-hmm.
We talked a little bit about Christmas
Let's
decoration.
talk about the fact that this has nothing to do with any of that. Let's talk about the fact that I think we have another mouse in the house.
We do?
I think so. I'm going to set a trap tonight and we'll see. At 4 a.m., I heard weird, like, paper rustling again, like you did when you came out.
I pulled a knife on it?
Do they know? Have we said that story?
Yeah, I'll say it. I tried to do it. I tried to tell that story in stand up one time, and I didn't have it down. But it took me like 4
It
minutes
was
to tell the
like
story.
it was like 10 o'clock at night.
When I had
had
fallen asleep.
I thought you had headphones in and you heard it.
Either way, I hey now, okay. I got up and because I had heard papers rustling in the
kitchen.
In the kitchen. And I was like, somebody's going through our junk mail. And so I got up and I grabbed the knife because that's all we had at the time. Mm-hmm. And because thankfully, otherwise there would have been a lot of repairs to do in that kitchen, more than what we already have. So anyways, I grabbed the knife and I'm going down the hall with the knife, and
you don't even have anything, do you? Okay.
I can use this eraser. So I'm in my underwear, and I know that that's not super important, but I just want you to have the understanding that I was in a very vulnerable state. But I was
better, guys.
But I was putting my life on the line for my family. And so I'm going down the hall and I'm holding the knife like this, and I was like, no. It's time. It's go time. So I turned that baby into tactical mode because I know all about that.
Because he doesn't.
Okay. And I'm going down the hall and I get to, and it's a long hallway. So I know it sounds like a lot's going on, but there's enough time for all that. In that moment, I ran a 100-meter dash.
It's like a 15-foot hallway.
That's okay. That's a really gross understatement. You're not good at math, but you can see it right here.
Yeah.
These joists are 18 inches apart. Okay, so what are you laughing at?
Do you really think that?
Yes, they are.
Okay, so what? 20-foot, 25-foot hallway?
I don't know. That's not what we're here for. Dang it. Keep us on track. I'm going down the hallway, tactical mode, undies, maybe some socks on. So I'm quiet.
He does. He's very light-footed when he walks. He scares the crap out of me all the time.
I thought I was going to be able to sneak up on the person and get behind them and just... But then I flipped the light on when I got in the kitchen.
And
this mouse just scurries off the counter into the wherever its little hole, wherever it's coming in at. And I mean to tell you what, I was breathing hard.
So
as I get back in the bedroom,
and this is
keep in mind underwear, knife.
So this is where my story comes in. I've been asleep. I am a early to bed, early to rise person. So like my bedtime is pushing now. And so I had been asleep and I hear him in the closet, which is where he got the knife from. And I hear him in the closet and he's putting crap away, but he's like breathing so heavily because he's got so much adrenaline rushing through him. And I just happen to like roll over and I look at him and I go, what is going on? And he goes, I thought there was a person in the house. And then he paused and he didn't like continue. It was like a good 10 to 15 second pause because he was still working that adrenaline. But you go, but it was just a mouse. And I was like, okay, maybe lead with we have a mouse in the house and not a person in the house. But it's the sheer fact.
We got a microphone.
You can lower my voice. It's the sheer fact
when you're that loud
that he comes in just huffing and puffing, and
I was coming down off a major adrenaline rush and high, and because she was like, "Well, did you set a trap?" And I was like, "No, you go set a trap. I just put my life on the line for this family. You can go set a mouse trap."
So,
but I don't do mice trap anyway.
Yeah, he does not do mice. That's a whole other story.
Me and Dad can talk about that.
Yeah,
sometime.
you can talk about that. So I set a mouse trap like the next night. I hear it go off before we go to sleep, and I roll over and I tap him because he had headphones in, and I roll over and I tap him and I said, "Hey, mouse trap went off. You want to go see if there's a mouse?" And he goes, "Nope." And I was like, "You're not gonna go get the mouse?" And he was like, "Nope, that's all you." So that stuff doesn't really bother me, but it was the whole point that you would not get out of bed to go check if there was a mouse and dispose of it for our family, for your wife. And you made me do it.
Once again,
He does not do mice.
I don't do mice. I was fixing to fight a human being with a knife.
Yeah, and how many mice? We live near so many cornfields. It's not even funny. So we're gonna have a mice problem the whole time we live here. But you know how many mice I've caught in this house? 2 that first time, and then 2 this last time that we did it like 6 months ago.
Well, I don't know what you want me to say. Good job. Thank you. I'm not doing it.
You don't do it.
I'll fight intruders, and I will fling lead at intruders via gunpowder and ignition, but I will not go dispose of a mouse in a mousetrap. And I don't even know, honestly, if I would engage with an intruder. I felt like I was about to, but you know how every dad is like, well, I'll do it.
I'll do it, yeah. But until that time actually comes,
yeah.
Would you?
I don't know. Only one way to find out. Yeah. Hopefully we don't have to.
Hopefully we never have to. It'd be very odd if someone tried to break into our house where we live.
Well, I tell you what, we have the best security that anyone can have. No one can get that storm door open on the first try. That sucker is jammed in there. They'll be yanking on that thing for 5 minutes and give us plenty of time to just go tap on the window and be like, just go ahead and turn around.
That is the good thing about living in this old house is that all of the doors make noise. All of the outside doors
and coming down the hallway.
You can't, you hit creaks and groans and whatnot. And like our house is wonderful and I love it. But like the doors, like, coming in the back door, the front door, even the garage door, you're gonna make noise. So if someone tries to get in this house whatsoever, I'll just lean over and tap him and be like, someone's trying to break in, and he'd get up because I would hear the door before they even got into the house.
Yeah, or like, somebody opened Remy's door because another door will open.
Yeah,
because
of the air suction, and she's got the HVAC unit in her closet, and it's when Jensen opens his door because you know why? He slams the darn thing every time he rips it open and slams.
Oh, he really turned into a sneaky dude this time.
He really did. He really, really did.
That makes me. Where is he right now? Make sure that dude's in his bed.
He should be still in bed. I mean, it looked like he was about to fall asleep last time I looked.
Well, we can go ahead and start thinking about wrapping this up. I would like to say we have some merch ideas in the pipeline. I'm not going to share it right now. It's a big deal. It's a big deal. And you're going to love it. That's all I'm going to say about that. We're not going to do a lot of traditional merch, shirts and stuff like that. At least not right now.
No hats, nothing like that.
It just logistically speaking, I know you might be like, well, I want a shirt. Well, here's the deal. You're not going to buy one. Nope. You're going to see it and you're going to be like, that's awesome. And then you won't buy it. And by you, I mean the majority of people. Yep. There might be 15 to 20 of you buy it, but the logistics
Do we have that many listeners?
You know what? I don't know.
Okay.
I would say so.
Okay, cool.
But I haven't looked in a while. We lost our sponsor.
That's true.
Because the company got sold.
Does Josh want to do it now?
With Smalley?
Yeah.
Yeah, we'll see. We'll see. I don't want to put my friends out there like that if I don't have to. We don't need a sponsor. We're doing fun stuff.
We are.
Yeah, I got some stuff lined up. Okay. It's going to be a good time. And the merch idea, that might accidentally turned into something more than I know all about that merch, which is your worst nightmare.
I hate that.
There's an episode out there that actually is not out there. We never released it. We recorded it while Dad was in the hospital, and we decided not to release it.
Yeah.
We just decided to kill the show for a couple months. And we talked a lot about my hobbies that turned into businesses.
So many.
It's a problem.
He would come to me and he's like, I got this idea. And I'm like, I don't want to hear it. Because every idea turns into a hobby that turns into a business that turns into him doing a bunch of stuff and then getting burnt out on it and then closing it down. And then it repeats. So
I don't see what the problem is.
think about it from my position.
Okay. Give me a second. Still don't see the problem.
It's a major problem.
Why is that?
Honey, we're not going to get into this right now.
Well, all I'm going to say is that the idea I have for merch could expand beyond just being merch.
It's actually a really good idea. I love this idea for the merch just because it's 100% part of my life. So
I'm excited. Well, don't give it away.
They don't know my life.
Yeah. Okay. All right. That was really aggressive. I think it's time to wrap this up. Okay. How do I do that? Hang on. Give me a second. I got to remember what I'm doing. Okay. Here.
And go.
There's the music. All right. Okay. And we'll bring in the graphic. And we're going to say good night, everybody. Thanks a lot for joining us. Or good morning. Have a good day at work.
Either one. Have a good day.